See, that's kind of concerning. That's kind of concerning. I would assume that my difficulty level is set on difficult. Because, I mean, I would just tap right in and had solved this shit a long time ago. So now you're telling me, Scorpio, well, let's back up some. Let's get some authenticity and clarity. My Sagittarius is in Neptune, and Neptune would rule Pisces, is what they say. Now, keep in mind, this is for entertainment purposes only, because I don't believe any of this shit. So, if my Sagittarius is in Neptune, and that is what you're saying is the temperance earth angel, and I am glowing in the kitchen, so that's obviously fucking weird. However, you did say Scorpio. Now, I've got several Scorpios in my reality and lots of people around me having accidents. I mean, I've got a Capricorn devil that, can't do honest roof jobs without falling off and breaking his leg. And that's generally the betrayal energy behind everything that I do. So, I mean, we definitely reap what we sow there. However, you said Heyoka. And if I remember correctly, that Heyoka is an Italian Scorpio. In my reviews, I have a review from this individual, so they've obviously entered my energy. And then you have Leo talking about Heyoka just a few days ago. Now, for me to wake up to you this morning, beautiful gentleman you are, and you to lay these energies out so elegantly, that would tie, and I have a Scorpio student, and it's what it is. No one does the work. My computers don't work, so, it's not like I'm any better. Nobody's any better than anyone else. However, I am glowing in my kitchen, and if I remember specifically, y'all are talking about dark energy coming from overseas. So if I know that this, well, let's just tie the words together. You've got a Scorpio Heyoka in my reviews, and every time I have talked to this woman, with a nice accent, she's having problems after shit being taken from her, so she probably finds another way to drain someone else. I don't know. I don't know what these people do. I just know how to tie patterns together. So if what they say, that Sagittarius temperance earth angel energy in my Neptune that rules Pisces, and we've got Leo rising, so I don't know what occasion Leo would be rising to. However, I did see, and check it out. Check it out. The trust issues are real. The betrayal is real. And shit's a phone call away. I mean, I'm more than willing to let recorded phone calls be my guide. That's really not a wall. It's more like a boundary. And then, I mean, with that boundary being crossed, then we call it CYA. I went to school across the street for human services and substance abuse counseling. And CYA is just basically cover your ass. So, as we cover our ass from trickster spirits, Heyokas that leave me reviews, and it was a beautiful 5-star review. But I do remember discussing dark magic issues. For some reason, I can recollect that a little bit. And there was weird shit back in that day going on. So, when you're talking about causing injuries, okay, well, I've got, people having injuries all around me, and you're talking about them sending dark entities that obviously bounce right off of me and cause accidents to people. And yes, I am just waking up to this Earth Angel shit hidden in plain sight. I live on Divine Street, for Christ's sake. So, that's what it is. However, I'm directly also tied to a Scorpio that has caused every delay you can possibly imagine. And has shiny object syndrome. So it's what it is. I mean, closing for the holidays is just what we're going to do until we figure this out. But I do directly remember. Now, I mean, let's keep in mind, I have a Leo. I have a Wednesday Atom. And if Wednesday Adams has caused, because what we know for a fact is that Leo rising is the key to Pisces sunshine, because that would be, Pisces has to get to the sunshines. So wait a minute, that would be Pisces sunshine, Gemini moon, Leo rising. We'll figure it out. We will triangulate ourselves. While the narcissists are triangulating against us, we will go within and triangulate ourselves. Because we know that as a whole, that temperance angel, if you're saying that Sagittarius energy, well, my Sagittarius is in Neptune, and they say Neptune rules Pisces. So that would be ruling the sun. My Pisces sun is my 8th house. So that would be the karma of the sun, which is just basically shining a halo down on everything from the Most High. The Most High you can see. You can't really see past the sun. So that would be karma from the Most High, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be Life Path 8 karma? 8th house, Pisces sun, karma from the sun. And you're saying Sagittarius energy is the temperance angel, the earth angel, hidden in plain sight. Well, I'm plainly hidden on Divine Street. You can't deny that shit. It says so right there. The sign is all over the street. So, and then, I mean, you've got Leo talking about Heyoka, and I didn't even read that shit because I really don't like other creators invading my subconscious mind anymore with all the betrayal. I mean, what's meant to happen will happen. But I read Heyoka and I'm thinking, and then I see the pretty picture with all the lights and whatnot. And it's not a diamond white aura, so I know that doesn't match up. Now, I mean, you can go over to the other Capricorn devil that does blob art all over Facebook with sigil magic that really only cares about money. But, I mean, when I see these people have guests on their show, and then I see all the comments about, and granted, you're going to find people that have something to say all the time. It even happens on my channel. However, you guys are trying to figure out shit on my channel. And that's acceptable. That's learning. That's making mistakes and learning. These people are like, what a fraud. What a fake. And I have 5-star reviews. So if I have 5-star reviews, this is going to be so much fun. If I have 5-star reviews from a Heyoka, and it says so, you just go through my reviews and poop, there it is. And I mean, you really can't remove that. You can't remove that because Google has digital tracking. We're going to figure this out. Because I can remember about a week ago talking about the movie Ghost. And we already know that they're trying to sacrifice an earth angel, and trust me, it better not be the one in my Sagittarius. Neptune rules the sun, so it's what it is. That's what they say, and I don't believe any of this shit, so take it for what it's worth. I will figure it out, though. So if you're telling me Scorpio unalive energy is playing with graveyard magic and goes by Heyoka and has love problems and and has never had service with me, so I have no client-patient confidentiality with this individual. fucking people just unloading their problems on me. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Is that bright? It's kind of bright. I'm sorry. So, we do have accidents happening around me. Now, let's back up just a little bit. Because, I have Scorpio boogeyman in my life. My dad was born on Halloween. And I keep seeing you ladies showing pictures of hands coming up from the grave. Now, if we were to talk about that Scorpio unalive energy born on Halloween, that would be my dad. That would be Stephen Allison Lowe Sr. They called him Butch the Boogeyman. So, if Butch the Boogeyman, he was a two-tour Vietnam, 2 tours. He wanted to, get the hell out of Natural Dam. So when you're living in a place called Natural Dam, damned if you do, damned if you don't, chances are signing up twice for Vietnam. When everyone's trying to dodge the draft, he was trying to get in. And has a body count bigger than anything we could possibly imagine. He sprayed Agent Orange all over the vegetation. So, why I'm not supposed to be? I'm an Agent Orange, baby. See the birth defects, Scarface Scott. That's what it is. So, if you've got Scorpio boogeyman energy and that was Scorpio death energy in that reading too. Don't quote me on that. It was just a hand coming up out of the grave with the boogeyman in the reverse. And I keep hearing you guys say graveyard magic. Okay, well, I don't know anything about that shit. I do know I want to learn proper burial rites because of, vengeful ghosts and things. So if people are dealing with entities and shit that I'm just not afraid of, I have dealt with weird-ass entities my entire life, and you're talking about they've cast magic on Pisces since a very early age and can't figure out how Pisces adapt. Pisces talks to them. Ancestors, angels, whatever the fuck. That's what it is. You talk to Source. You ask Source, hey, Most High, what is this going on? Then you get a knock on the wall and it matches angel numbers. And it's what it is. I mean, you take it's the thing about tarot. Tarot is for positive healing purposes. And if you're divinely protected and divinely guided, negative entities shouldn't bother you anyway. It's the spell work and the accidents happening around me. Because I understand the whole you reap what you sow and whatnot. You get a Capricorn devil, taking advantage of my mother, and then the next house they do, blah, 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 right off the roof onto their head or leg. And you were just talking about people having accidents and breaking their legs and being stuck like Chuck. So, I mean, it's all lining out. It's all lining out nicely. However, I do remember that Heyoka energy, and you said there would be a practitioner outing the situation. You said that a couple days ago. I like gossip too, and I like to share. Especially when this dumb shit is tied to me in a 5-star business that I've had to back off of till I get it figured out. So, yeah, right, when you get into dark magic and shit like that, that pretty much throws, client-patient confidentiality, natural disaster, all that shit right out the window. Until I get it figured out. So if you're telling, and because I know that this Heyoka is a Scorpio, so if you're telling me Scorpio unalive energy tied to my reviews, and then we've got Leo energy tied to alchemy, transmuting weird shit. Sooner or later, I'm going to say the wrong thing and someone's going to make me apologize. Until then, all of you are worth fudge from Uranus. So, Uranus General Store, that's what it is. I'm having so much fun with this. So, I mean, it's time to use our intuition. It's time to use our intuition and figure out what the hell these... And it's what, I mean, once you're able to tell me at least one or two things that I know to be true, once you tell me one, maybe two, three is, three strikes, you're in. Three strikes, you're absolutely in with the truth. If I can believe three things you say, chances are you're going to tell me a fourth, because what happens in fours comes in fives, and it's what it is. That sounded dirty. Anyway, there has to be a breaking point sooner or later where people get a firm understanding, because I do remember specifically you talking about the ending scene from Ghost, where the guy, gets drugged down to the underworld by the jinn, and that's what those shadow people to me are. I like to think of it in the Islamic aspect of things. You have angels, demons, and the jinn, the unseen world of the jinn. And we already know that there's interdimensional beings and aliens, and we've got all that shit. Doesn't matter what you believe, you're right. That's the key thing with me. I don't give a shit what you believe. You're right, because you believe it, and your thoughts control reality. So, the more you know, the more there is to deal with. So, we want to deal with people getting harmed around me, because of the whole reap what you sow, and me walking through the fire unscathed, and people can't believe how I'm still alive, and blah, 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 blah. Well, that's the divine protection I would assume that you're talking about. The divinely protected earth angel hidden in plain sight on Divine Street. The low-key energy master. That's what it is, and I will be mastering energy forever. My own. Right? Manipulating other people. I did that shit for $5 for a long time. I had 5 on manipulating people for years, and the shit gets old. Here, have you seen this? Put this in your hand. This is normally $15 over at Walmart. I got 3 of them for $5. Isn't that great? What is it? Well, I have no idea. It's got stars on it. I have no idea. For the price, you get 3 of them for $5. You'd be stupid not to take that. The lady next door, she said, I would be absolutely ignorant not to buy 20 of them. It's what it is. People don't like to be talked to that way, and they don't see it coming. Anyway, I have watched reptilians go past your frontal lobe, panhandling. I've watched it. Happen right before my eyes. They couldn't believe the hustle in this little girl. Well, hell, I could. She was going right past your frontal lobe to your reptilian brain that controls your sex, fight, or flight, and had absolute control of your mind. Tried it with me and met her match. Anyway. It's what it is. Y'all talking about shapeshifters and shit? I see them. So you can't, and INFJ, seer of souls. It's written on the walls. However, congratulations. Thank you. You're the winner for today. And it's what it is. I don't really need to be promoting other people anymore, because it doesn't fucking work out well. It causes competition. But I can thank you for giving me the information that I need, that I've already kind of said in videos past. However, you saying it again, and there being more Scorpio unalive energies in my reality. That's the thing, is I don't need to be stacking on more Scorpions into my Hematep reality. So, where do we go from here? And I mean, that's the other beautiful part. Ask lots of questions. Ask questions about teach what you know, and ask questions about what you don't know. Because, I mean, the more views I see disappear, the better I know that I'm doing with stalkers, people not for the highest good, things of that nature. You know, as views go down, I'm like, yes, that means there's room. So I've told this story before. It's like making pasta. You ever made pasta before? Biscotti? You ever made biscotti? I like biscotti. You boil the water, and put the noodles in there, dash of salt, maybe a little oil. Bring it to a boil. Kind of like frogs in the pot, but it's not. It's biscotti. So as you're boiling the biscotti, you take the strainer and you pull the biscotti out. You strain all the water, all the shit. You get all the shit out of the biscotti. And then you have the biscotti. There's no shit in the biscotti. You have the biscotti. So throw it on the wall. If it sticks, hey, it's done. It's biscotti. So having an Italian Scorpio in my reviews, I guess that would be the question. Do we need to remove the Heyoka out of my reviews? Would that be, what am I looking at? And I don't, look, divine protection is divine protection. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. If these girls are telling y'all to cover your TVs, to cover your mirrors, do that. I like to take the hard way, especially when I believe no weapon formed shall prosper in this realm and or any other. So, what am I looking at? I like scrying. It's what it is, but I don't invade people's privacy. I don't abuse my abilities. I don't want a bad review. So, thank you for the 5-star reviews. However, when y'all talk about them cursing divination tools and getting trapped in mirrors, and I've got that weird shit happening around here. So I don't know who you're talking about. But, you know, when I go to the bathroom and hear on the window, it's like, oh, is someone trapped in my mirror? You can't deny this shit. You can't deny it. And you girls definitely aren't making it up. And no, it's what it is. I mean, the last time I checked, because I remember the last YouTube channel I had, you know, Bob Saget had passed away in front of a mirror. And there was some weird stuff going on with mirrors back then. And you don't know what these Hollywood magicians are up to. So, what is it? You don't think Bob Saget wouldn't be peering in on people through a mirror? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not with celebrity gossip. I'm just with the weird shit Tarot's talking about, and then poof, someone dies in front of the mirror in a hotel room. Well, that's kind of odd. They say Crocodile Dundee took a ditch effort last night or recently or something. Who knows? Hang on. I caught a whiff of something about to make me sneeze. That's usually a sign, but I haven't figured it out yet. So anyway, we need to think logically. We need to think logically with this. How much of your life have I wasted? 23:44. So if I'm waking up to you this morning, don't take that the wrong way. If I'm waking up to you this morning, he's a big guy. So if I wake up to you this morning in another country, talking about Sagittarius temperance angel. Okay, my Sagittarius is in Neptune. Not that my birth chart is anyone's business. However, love, light, and truth set you free. And you're talking about Scorpio unalive energy. Okay, there's multiple of those in my reality. But you keep saying that this dark magic is coming from over the water. And last I checked, that was in Italy. Now, who this Scorpio Heyoka is tied to past my 5-star reviews, whoever, and I'm sure they are shocked and appalled at the things that I figure out. I don't really remember. I don't forget anything. And if I could go straight to the information and yank it out of the records and hand it to you, I would. But when you talk about crown work and spirit blocking me because I would have already figured the shit out, it's what it is, because they don't want me to know. And that's fine. That's fine. Just like, narcissists triangulate against you, I go and grab as much information from wherever I can get, because we're manifesting the truth for everyone. So, especially when it has anything to do with me. So, as far when you say accidents, people breaking their legs and things, I see that around me. Right? How do they reap what they sow? Every time I get in a relationship, dummy gets on social media and talks smack. Okay, cool. Sit in your recliner with your broke leg on a walker. Simple enough. These readers are telling you that you're doing it to yourself. Now you've got readers that are talking about, and see, I thought it was going to be a male Scorpio that is drugged down to the pits of Hades with dark entities, and then you have another dark magician talking about negative entities and whatnot in a home situation, and it's what it is. But that would be your dark hide behind a screen, hiding in the dark individual. So it's what it is. We've heard him talk about controlling the weather, and chances are it's not an INFJ. That's going to be the key component with all of this. That's the energy that you can't duplicate. Yeah, thank you, 800. Upshotscott 800 at 80. Look at that. It's 80% on the clock. And 7:30. Imagine that, my 30-minute alarm. So the unending abundance, and look around. Anywhere you go is unending abundance. But now let's recap this. Let's recap what I woke up to this morning. I woke up to, a gentleman in another country with a nice accent. And I like nice accents. I think they should be bedtime stories instead of wake-up stories, but that's what it is. You tell me, would you rather have a bedtime story read to you in a nice accent or wake up to weird shit you have to figure out? I like to figure it out before breakfast. So, if you have Scorpio, and now my Scorpio is in Cancer, so that would definitely be that'd be unalive energy on Mars. However, that Sagittarius Temperance, that's in Neptune, and that rules Pisces. And Pisces Sun would be the performer. Now, if Pisces Sun would be the liquid gold performer, to me that's more of a shapeshifter energy, because that's what the Earth Angel's revenge last night. The Earth Angel's revenge last night was dealing with a shapeshifter. So, since I can see it, and what do they say? They say that the Earth Angel is the only one that can see through the form and see the shapeshifter, and I'm telling you I can. So INFJ can see through the veil. They can see through people's forms. And I've got my astral sight activated and see all kinds of weird shit. Now, you can go over to Mel Carmine's channel. It's in my Facebook somewhere. You want me to share it with you? Ask and receive. Anyway, when he's using technology to mirror shit like a mad fold-in, you got to think, you ever took a dollar bill and fold like a $20 bill, and you fold it and you get the twin towers on the back of it for the all-seeing eye? It's the same principle. When an INFJ that can see two images, if you go over to Scott Morgan's channel, he'll show you how we see like Rubens bars and fades simultaneously as one image. Great. So when I do that with clouds, when I do that with the boat in front of me, this boat painting matched with a black, what you could consider it a black obsidian mirror. It's a black smart TV. And when I hear smart TV, I think, cool, you could probably scry in this black mirror. It's a black mirror. And the fact that our phones are black mirrors, and we've got monitoring weird shit going on. It's what it is. I mean, you girls talk about covering up the mirrors, covering up and I can understand why you would say that. It can be used as a two-way scrying divination tool, I would assume. Chances are, if someone's telling you that, they're not, yeah, I sit here and watch you through my TV. No, they do that. I get 5-star reviews, they do that. So, what the fuck am I looking at? It's what it is. I couldn't tell you, I can't tell you what this is in my TV. I can just tell you, don't be afraid of it. It's definitely not supposed to be there. And, I practice scrying to get messages from whatever's going on in my life. I don't really give a shit about what's going on in other people's lives until I wake up to a beautiful reading and you have my energy all off in it. You got my energy all off in it. You've got Scorpio unalive energy causing delays, causing problems on the divine path. And I don't trust anyone except you because you're here watching this. And if I don't know you, chances are I probably don't trust you either with all of the delays and the betrayals. And you can comment. And I mean, when you comment, knowing that there is some kind of weird investigation going on, and you comment, if you're brave enough to comment, chances are you don't give a shit about your life being put under a spotlight and microscope. So that's what it is. Incredible job. 31 minutes of your life wasted first thing on a Monday. Good deal. Well, we'll start the week with a bang. And continue working on our abilities, our skills, our energy, things of that nature. Because I mean, if it's already a natural ability, scrying, scrying, chances are you got to practice with it. Because I really don't. I have no idea. It's a Nostradamus and a Tezcatlipoca, and it's what it is. I mean, that's how I end up finding these things. I hear that some past energy was good at it, and I'm like, well, why can I do it? Maybe there's some ancestral weird shit going on there. Who knows? Anyway, you've got people trying to transfer karma. Scorpio unalive energy. Leo just put out Heyoka information, and I have a 5-star review from a Scorpio Heyoka that I wouldn't have anything to deal with because she was talking about shit you're not supposed to do. And then amazing, I get a 5-star review. That's what it is. Do I know this to be true? No, I know what you tell me this morning first thing when I wake up, and I'm sick of this shit. I'm tired of the games, tired of the illusions. I'm tired of the sacrifice energy bouncing off of me and smacking other people. I'm tired of people projecting onto my aura and it bouncing off of them and destroying their lives, tenfold karma. I'm tired of all that shit. So, people's lives falling apart left and right around me, and this is what it is. I mean, they don't want to change, and that's fine. Me raising my vibration, me raising my frequency, me breaking generational curses, me breaking ancestral curses is causing people to fall off roofs around me. I've got clients that have been hit by cars because they have nothing good to say. These are people that come to me for services and then have nothing good to say about their life in general, and then pop up in a tarot read as the gifted individual that got smacked by a car that, I couldn't believe as far as they could look both ways between crossing the street. Because, that would be the thing, is if you're that gifted, then look both ways before you cross the street. But, I've got, and you talk about them opening Pandora's box. I just went to a Pandora funeral. Her name was Pandora. And I told her, "Are you familiar with the Jezebel spirit? Maybe you should look into the Jezebel spirit." What does that tell you? I'm trying to get her to research about herself. It's what it is. And then they don't make it. It's what it is. Do the research, get the exorcism. So I'm not an exorcist. Right? And then you've got energy about a church up in arms about me. We're really, really good people when we show, and, talking about cult and whatnot. Okay, well, they have a... as the AC shuts off. And I have a church right down the road from me. Their gift shop is the pagan market. It's what it is. You can't, all of you cannot be wrong. It's a practical Christianity. That's practical magic. And you've got the fucking, I'm sure they don't want to be outed. However, my business situation, how much of your life have I wasted? 3646. That's what it is. When I hear this energy within your readings, I'm letting you know where that individual hidden in plain sight is sitting. I'm letting you know where the entire community in regret, because shit is bouncing off of me back onto them, is sitting. I'm telling you all of this. Whether you believe it or not has nothing to do with me. It's just what it is. I've got my own shit to worry about. People falling off of roofs, community of practical Christians with the gift shop. What you're telling me they do, they have the gift shop right in front of you. That's what it is. Who's responsible? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care who does what. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to sit back and watch karma wreak havoc in their lives. So I got stray cats to feed. All right. Well, enough of that. When I hear you girls saying this, those are very, very specific energies. And the last thing I want is someone going in your comments talking about how that reading does not resonate with them. And I'm telling you, that's for a reason. Church cults, businesses attacked, people having accidents, diamond white aura glowing earth angel, hidden in plain sight on Divine Street. That's not their fucking story. That's why it doesn't resonate with them. Devil Capricorn, I've got 5 of them to choose from. If there's a Pisces watching your readings that has not defeated 5 Devil Capricorns by name, calling back their love, light, health, wealth, and abundance with receipts, then those stories aren't for them. The story is just not for them. That's not their Earth Angel story. And I'm just waking up to this weird shit. So as I go through this rebirth process, and that's what it is. You're telling me expect everyone to try to sacrifice the Earth Angel, and I'm telling you, I already do since a very early age. Since a very early age, I've been throwing them to the wolves. Picking them up, flying around, and dropping them in the pit. Picking the demons up, dusting them off. Get back in the game. That's what it is. Beautiful job. I don't know what I'm going, because now we have to expect the unexpected. Because I mean, now you're just opening every morning. I wake up, there's a new can of worms to open up that matches the signs, the synchronicities, and the omens of prophecy of all of this weird shit that they want to prolong. They want to prolong the pain. However, I think they're starting to realize now that the tables have been turned and we're going to prolong their pain. We're going to prolong their pain as long as we can till we get to the love, the light, and the truth. You know, where the narcissists triangulate with narcissistic triangulation, we're going to triangulate with love, light, and truth. We love for them to get their karmic lessons. We're bringing light to that situation of why they're going through what they're going through. Love, light, and it's the truth. I mean, if love, light, and truth set you free, then by all means, it has nothing to do with me. So, namaste.